All right, so hopefully you have your initial drawings done, and you've inked everything black, and now you've colored everything in. And I hope you had fun with the color part. I didn't want to, or I hoped anyway, I didn't leave you feeling like you were restricted or that you were at a loss as to where to go with it. So I tried to give some explanation. So I hope that worked well. Now we're going to, I'm over here digging in my pen drawer, sorry. Now we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do our journaling. I'm going to go ahead and give my page a title, and then I want to show you just a couple more things to just really kind of bring it all together. So I'm going to start out, though, actually with the title. And I'm actually just going to write my title above my box. Again, it's just another way to kind of break out a little bit. And you could do, you could title it anywhere. I just want to title it here because I'm doing my actual journaling here. And then I think I'll go ahead and do the journaling. I'll just speed it up. So I'm going to do my journaling, but it'll eventually be sped up. I'm not going to use this marker, though. I just wanted to use that one for the title. Just going to use a regular marker so that I can go a little bit, I can write a little bit messy and not worry about it. This one, if I try to write messy, it splatters everywhere. Okay, you can see that I don't worry too much about being able to read what I write after the fact. For me, it's more, when it comes to the journaling aspect, most of the time, it's more about getting it out than it is worrying about being able to remember it later. And I can still, if I, look at it really slowly, I can easily read it. More than likely, most people couldn't. And that can be a good thing if you kind of embrace your, being sort of messy with your writing. It generally helps to keep most of your private thoughts private. The only time I think someone would be able to read it is if they had my journal and they had like loads of extra time to really sit and work out, all the different words. And most people who are looking at my journal aren't looking at my journal that closely for that length of time very often. Most people are looking at my journal and they're flipping and they're checking out a page, and they might stop at a few pages, that really speak to them, or that they're trying to puzzle out how I did something. But for the most part, most people don't like sit and scrutinize my journal. I'm looking for a pencil, and I have no idea what I've done with my pencil. Let's see, I probably have one. Oh, I put it in the pencil bag. That's a good place for the pencil. Now, I kind of just want to bring this together just a little bit more. I don't want the page, I love the page exactly as it is, and it could easily stand on its own. But I still like to play with that hint of three-dimension. It's not really three-dimension, but, trying to sort of get that hint of that. And what I thought I would do was go ahead and pick one of my designs and use it in just a few places outside of the boxes. And I'm actually going to go with this sort of lily pad-like element. I think that it's not as... they're very flat, is what I want to say, in real life. So it would work well for them to kind of be behind it. If I did the flowers, I might feel like I needed to put a petal, because the flowers kind of are, rounded. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. But anyway, I just want to add a couple of them here and there to fill the page out, and I'm actually not going to give them any color at all. I am simply going to ink them with my marker, and that's it, because I'm feeling that if I leave them to the background by not color, giving them color, then it leaves them back there in the background of the page. Whereas if I give them a lot of color, I think it starts to pull them a little too far forward, and that's sort of not what I want to do. And I'm just thinking about, I kind of want to put one more. I think I'm going to let it pull all three of these boxes together. Okay, so then I'm actually just going to, I think, pause this. I'm going to draw, I'm going to ink it in with just my black ink, that's it. And actually that's it for our lesson. This one was like a super fast one. And I think it's just because it is such a minimal design in one way. It's not so minimal, when you get inside of the boxes, but it just kind of lends itself to going pretty quickly. There's not a lot to talk about. Again, it's kind of like the doodle ones that we did in the beginning of the class. Once you get to that stage where you're, working out your doodles, suddenly there's not as much to talk about. Although I was looking at this one, I don't know what I was thinking. That just looks funky right there. I don't know where I was thinking about going with that, but there, that one looks better. All right, that's it. I hope you had fun with this lesson. I really love this one, and a part of me loves it because it's not like my normal style. My normal pages are really very messy, and this is so far from messy. But I think every once in a while, I want to add just a little bit of that, into my journal. It feels good to just have a little bit of that there. But I couldn't do this specific type of journaling every day. In a day-to-day, everyday practice, this is more one I would do when I was in the mood for it.